What is going on, everybody? Just thought I would share my at least starter low-end Atlas strategy for 3.18 that is going to focus around Fortune Favors the Brave and Delirium and Harvest. So the general idea here is we're going to run Fortune Favors the Brave to try to get a cheaper way to be getting Delirium and Harvest on our maps. I think both are going to be very powerful this league, and you could pick one to focus on. You could pick two, or if you're an idiot like me, you can pick two to focus on. So let's go over the quick pros and cons of this. It's going to be fairly cheap, 3C per map to run. Overall, that's not a huge cost once you're deep into your red maps. Because we're doing Fortune Favors the Brave, we're going to be getting the added quantity, rarity, and pack size. That is 10% of each of those on every single map we run, which is really great. And you almost always get a Delirium or Harvest on your maps for the low cost of 3 chaos. The cons, you're not guaranteed to get a certain mechanica when you run this. You're probably going to get close to 50-50 between Delirium and Harvest, plus a few other things which we'll show on the tree when we get there. You're semi-reliant on older mechanicas. We're going to be fishing for those strong boxes, essences, and shrines. There's a couple of reasons for these. One being low Atlas tree investment. Two, they're going to benefit from all of our blocking, and if we're going to get them, we might as well try to take advantage of them. Another negative here is that we are going to need raw chaos to run, which initially is a negative. Long term, not going to be that much of an issue. And also, we're running on the assumption that Keurig mods can be blocked, which we honestly don't know just yet. And we can have a peek at the passive tree shortly to see that because of the wording, it's not clear whether they will be blockable or not. So how does this all work? We're going to block, breach, and metamorph to hopefully prevent Fortune Favors the Brave from selecting them. We're going to be taking Stream of Consciousness. It's basically a free 4% chance for each unblocked mechanica to appear in our map. On top of that, we're just taking every percent chance node for Delirium and Harvest. And if this all works well, we should see some profit. Quick little spreadsheet here to kind of go over the odds and percentages. So the way this works and the way I have this set up is if the blocking for breach and metamorph works, then using Fortune Favor the Brave is going to give us a roughly 20% chance to hit a Delirium and a 20% chance to hit a Harvest in any of our given maps. That is pretty awesome for 3 chaos, but that's not all, because we've taken all of the nodes, the percent chance nodes on our tree. We've taken Stream of Consciousness. We've blocked 7 mechanicas from appearing in our maps. So as we can see here, we'll emphasize this very strongly, should hit a Delirium on 46.4% of our maps, a Harvest on 48.8% of our maps, plus on top of that be getting a Heist in 34%, a Strongbox in 74%, not 100% sure on the math for these Strongbox shrines and essences, and also shouldn't be noted for the Strongbox shrine and essences we're of course going to be getting a guaranteed one of each just from our passive tree. So this is kind of the benefits that we're getting out of that 3 chaos investment, and I think overall that's pretty strong. One thing just to quickly explain on these numbers, you'll notice that they do not just all add up together. That is because the Fortune Favors the Brave percentage will be separate from any other percentage that we run. So, you know, by hitting that Fortune Favors the Brave, we're going to have a 20% chance to hit a Delirium. And then in that remaining 80%, we're going to have a 33% chance to hit a Delirium again, and you know those don't add together for 53%. That does reduce down a little bit to 46.4. Quick look at our tree, and obviously you can tweak this however you want. You know, if you don't like essences, don't take essences. If you don't like strong boxes, don't take strong boxes. But they're going to be essentially free for us, so we might as well invest in them. So, you know, the basic idea here is that we've taken, you know, the Strongbox, Essence, and Shrine bonus nodes. We've taken every single Delirium, every single Harvest node on the tree. Well, I guess we didn't take this little cluster up here, which is up to you whether you want to path that way. You essentially are going to end up having to give up some other things. This is also a fairly starter tree, so we still have all of the shaping nodes to increase our map tiers by 1. And later on, once you've hit map sustain, you definitely want to take these all away. But you know, this is pretty basic. I think it's pretty. It has a lot of potential to be a low-end mapping strategy. You know, just hitting Delirium on the map mod, the Keurig map mob every single time will probably be profitable. But early on, I'm not going to be having the 16 chaos sitting around to run that every single map. So to me, this is a alternative. You know, I really like this Shaping the Valley nodes that boosts the hell out of your Fortune Favor the Brave. You know, 10% quantity, that is awesome for every single map. 10% rarity, maybe not as awesome, but still pretty solid. And then of course that 10% pack size is amazing. And you know, you're not going and doing something like Grand Design, which is going to obliterate, you know, the majority of your passive tree to get that, whatever, 30% pack size increase. I think that this, with the 10% quantity and 10% pack size, is going to be pretty comparable, and in a lot of cases outperform a very narrow-minded Grand Design tree. We've got our blocking down here. That's about the only new thing here. Only things we're not blocking are Sacred Grove, Delirium, and Heist. I kind of figure you might as well take these Heist nodes. It's not costing you that many points on your tree. You know, really, we're only investing like 9 points. And even if we spec'd all out of that, you know, we're only going to get about 7 of those back by, you know, having to reroute our tree, not through there. So 7 points for essentially a 33% chance for Smuggler's Cash. Seems pretty good to me. I'll take that for free on each and every one of my maps, along with 50%-ish chance for Delirium and a Harvest. You got a little bit of synergy there as well, because at least early on, I think it's going to be a very beneficial to be crafting with cluster jewels in Harvest, which, you know, might be a little easier for the non-crafters out there, myself included, instead of going for the god tier gear. You know, maybe just hitting a cluster jewel or two will be enough to sustain us through the early game. Anyways, this is kind of what I'm planning on starting with for 3.18. Haven't seen this strategy been floating around out there, so thought I would just throw up a quick little video on it. Really hope you all enjoyed, and, you know, maybe got some ideas for what you can do for your league start in 3.18. So as always, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.